Somebody tell my haters I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And tell they baby mamas relax, relax. 'Cause every time they see G, they get wet, they get wet. Somebody tell my haters I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And tell they baby mamas relax, relax. 'Cause every time they see G, they get wet, they get wet. Somebody tell my haters I'm back. Sliding so high, I'm trying to see through my eyelids. Jet like first time flying private. Lil' mama caught the vibe, so she riding. I'm impressive, so I ain't surprised she impressed. I'm the best and I'm blessed. She wanna be my empress. By my side in my empire, we get the sex and passion hotter than a lit fire. Take her out this world like an avatar. Splashing in it like.
Hey, we back at it, yo. A lot of things done happen.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. But y'all know, now y'all know though. Yeah. Just so we get it out the way.
yeah.
I'll be expecting my M&Ms.
Okay.
Make sure they got the peanuts in them. Yeah,
No
man,
more
I
bets.
got lucky, man. I got lucky on them Pacers winning in the fashion that they did.
You know what was funny? I was like, shoot, he almost was right about the final accident. Wasn't for that calf strain.
Right.
You could have ended up picking the opposite of what you wanted. And
I know, man. I'd have been really feeling bad about that.
And the Pacers in 7 so they started looking good, and I was like, oh, you know what?
How you feel, man? You think if Halliburton ain't get hurt, they would have pulled it off? It was looking good.
I feel like they were.
No.
Man, I thought they was on to something, man. For real.
Right.
It was a good series.
He was a little over his skis the first couple minutes there, so I think he'd have cooled off, and then they did what they did the third quarter, and that'd have been it.
Yeah. Well, they done won games with him doing less than what he did in a whole game in that first quarter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, they should have still pulled it out. They was up at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
But everything went left after that.
He's trying to do the Willis Reed. Let me come out, get a few baskets, and inspire my team, and let them go ahead and win it while I go to the locker room and chill.
Yeah. For real, man. And T.J. McConnell, man, I guess he got a boost coming to the salary after this.
I hope he doesn't play another game in the league first.
Oh man, come on. Now why you say that?
I do not like T.J. McConnell.
Why?
You don't like his creamy complexion?
I don't like anything about T.J. McConnell.
Oh man, come on.
He's how do I say this in the right way? He's a white version of Jose Alvarado. Who's not like that. That's in the NBA.
Oh, okay. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, but he showed up though.
Mm-hmm. He showed up.
He showed up
and ball. Some more, they might have won a couple more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OKC could not stop him, man. Nobody. Coach had to come out there and guard him.
Man, I don't see how he was so confident just to do what he was doing, man. For real, like where did this come from? But hey, he a dog. They trying to say he was like Deladova, what I mean, that year, and I'm like, all right, man, I don't know.
They're like the opposite sides of a different coin. And Deladova, that was more motivation than it was anything actually tangible, I should say.
I don't want to downplay what Deladova did. You know what I'm saying? Deladova. I don't want to downplay what he did. He was dogging.
Just good matchups for them both.
Hey, I can accept that. The overall of the NBA season, man, how y'all felt how it went?
This in totality, I'll say this one of the best seasons ever because I've been been looking at the clips that they've been posting on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there's so many things that were absolutely hilarious that happened this year. There's emotions up and down. I feel like it was all around. The NBA is one of the, like, we were kind of gassing the NBA up, like the greatest sport and all that. And stuff like this is why it's the truth. That was just the stuff. Like just all like there was a clip they posted the other day. It was Quentin Post was talking trash to Luka Doncic and LeBron.
Wow, come on.
And they were, and I was like, that's hilarious that even happened.
Yeah.
Then Draymond walked up to LeBron. Hey, LeBron, chill. LeBron, and it's like, man, I was like, you would never see nobody get him out of that character.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, that is crazy. It was a lot of stuff that did happen, and by the looks of things, it had to be a good year for what's coming in the future, because I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
but I want to hear what you guys say about this past year first, Pops.
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was a good year. I mean, a lot of interesting balls, changing styles. Everybody's trying to go faster now, so.
Yeah.
But I don't see where they talk about the physicality, from the 90s and all that. I mean, it's just as physical right now, I think, as ever, So a lot of people getting thumped and pushed around. They just don't let them hand check. That's the only thing that's different. With the physicality, the rest of it is pretty good as far as that goes, and pretty high strung, especially in the playoffs. They got a little crazy with it, letting it go too far sometimes in the playoffs, but I think it was a good year. A lot of surprises in the playoffs. That was just the thing, just a matter of who could stay healthy and make it work.
Yeah, true. Yeah, man.
Inference of why they don't think it's as physical in that case. I could make an inference. Now, this is going to sound pretty crazy when I say it, but I have been dropping hot takes lately. But I feel like it's because it's less rough and rugged than it used to be. The game is a lot more pampered, I should say, than it used to be. Like it's like there's no Ben Wallace nowhere that's about to come in. And it's like, when you see Ben Wallace, you might be like, shoot. I was like, do I really want to go in the
paint? Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, a lot of that's just a change with the flagrant fouls and all that. They didn't have that back in the 90s. You just got, a hard foul or a technical is all you could get back then. Now they changed that up. So,
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't realize that. That's a good point right there. Something that stood out though, with OKC winning like that. You think that's gonna get people off the 3-point line more? Like they scoring at all three phases, at the rim, mid range, and shooting at the three was their worst thing they did.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
when they did hit those threes, though, they blew people out. So that ain't gonna change. That's what kept Indiana in the game. They were able to hit the threes when McConnell wasn't going.
Yeah.
So it ain't going nowhere.
So Shea Gill can't take the who people want to be like away from Steph Curry right now. The kids are still gonna try to be like Steph Curry. They still gonna be shooting threes from half court, and they not gonna be trying to get to the mid range.
I'm gonna be honest. If Chet Holmgren and Williams get to where I kind of inferred they'll get, I think that because they have a couple levels, I feel like they could reach.
Okay.
And if they get there, and Shea is still Shea for another 5-6 years, they run off 2 more championships. At least
doable.
Next 5, it's gonna be real spooky.
Yeah.
And he's like, shoot, I might end up in an early retirement from basketball myself. I was like, if there's a bunch of shades running around.
Hey, I'm teaching minds to get the mid-range game up. For real. Hey, you
do it all. Do it all.
Yeah, straight up.
Take it to the cup, dunk on them.
For real. Yeah, that's cool, man. I was very pleased at this past year, except for the injuries. I didn't like the fact that the injuries how it happened, and the money that they talking about right now, how the TV money and all that's about to go up, and the second apron and all that. Oh my goodness, they got to find a way to get rid of this stuff. They got to find a way to get rid of this stuff because what the Celtics are doing is criminal. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that Jaylen Brown should be worried if he's gonna get traded after he just signed $300 million. Like who else? No other team should have to pick that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I said this year had to be so good because I'm not sure about what it's gonna be like going forward. And the injuries in the second apron and all this salary cap and all this got me thinking that way. And it's making people, that guaranteed money is making people not want to play. All right. So I know Darius Garland's your boy, but they like, man, he got surgery and he out 4-5 months off of a toe. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And Zach Edey, sprained ankle, gonna miss the start of next season. Like this season wasn't even over yet. Like, how is he missing the start of next season off of an ankle? You know what I'm saying? We don't expect you to play in the summer league, but get healthy. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's
season's
just
almost run together right now, almost, you know.
Right.
Well, shoot, honestly, to be honest with you, like we just saw what happened to Jason Tatum because he just signed for 300, and Halliburton signed for almost 300. And Dame is a $50 million, $60 million man right now. If I was investing that much money into somebody and they were hurt at all, I'm like, oh, you're gonna sit down until you're healthy. Because I need you.
Yeah,
I need you. Like, I need you when I need you. I don't need you at the beginning of the year. I need you in April.
But Zach Edey, though, you know what I'm saying? Sprained ankle, and he already missing the start of next season. I get that. I get that.
Pounds, so he got to stay off that thing for a while and let it heal.
The start of next season?
They talking, you know, rehab time. Rehab time going to be at least 2 months, you know. And then he got to start slowly ramping up his conditioning, you know. So it is going to be the start of the season, or, you know, Christmas before he's ready to do anything.
I hear that.
Can't pound 300 pounds on a broke ankle. That don't work.
It's going to be, you know, it's going to be something weird. I mean, they say Tatum, don't expect him before playoffs. They said Halliburton, same thing. If he even comes back at all,
they're not back next year. Unless
same thing. Kyrie, don't expect him till Valentine's. You know what I'm saying? Like, the season's already starting off shaky. Like, the standings are going to be off, so we got to take everything with an asterisk and a grain of salt already. You know what I mean?
I mean, you got to play who's in front of you. We play who was in front of you. If I'm playing the Lakers and Kobe ain't there, we having a good night. I beat who I gotta beat. If
I hear that.
If LeBron not here, if Jordan not here, we still gotta beat Chicago.
Whoever it is, you gotta have that dog mentality. Go in there and get it done.
If you got a team on, take that breath. Oh, he ain't playing tonight. Oh, we got this one. End up down 25 in the first quarter. What happened?
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, it just threw me for a little loop because I'm thinking like, man, they thinking about that money. They ain't rushing back. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, at least like the sprained ankles and toe.
Well, to be honest, shoot, even if I'm Jason Tatum and Halliburton, I'm like, shoot, you know what? When this 6 to 12 weeks, or what is that, 14, 16 weeks to heal Achilles, if I just got to walk in the boot for a little bit after that, like, I think, who is it? Now, this is not the example to use. So if anybody is watching this, do not use this example because it's kind of irresponsible about what I'm about to say. But Deshaun Watson was walking in Cabo or wherever with his wife without his boot like a week or two after he tore his Achilles or ruptured his Achilles. So you pretty much get a paid vacation and you're making $1 million in a year.
And that was just stupid.
Yeah.
They making it clear.
He almost got his money took for that too, but
I ain't surprised.
As people are trying to say, "Hey, this guy is out here just doing whatever he wants." He got out of surgery.
Man, yeah, it's a lot. I can't even go into that football right now. Deshaun Watson is done either way it goes. I don't think he's gonna touch the field again.
They probably shouldn't.
You know.
I got a thing is I'm not even ready for football yet, but I'm ready for it mentally. I'm emotionally ready for football, but I'm not mentally ready for football.
Man,
I'm excited.
Don't remember that I say this, but I'm hoping that I get a good year just to coast through on football. I don't want every game to be the way it was. We winning all the games. I don't want that this year. I just want to coast through. I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break, man. I'm pretty sure Mahomes feel the same.
You might get one. You might get one this year.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The thing is, I'm a little afraid for y'all boys this year, man. Because I was like, something feels very off to me about this NFL year coming up. I'm like excited for it, and I'm excited, but I'm afraid of it at the same time. Because I feel like something's gonna really kind of get under my skin this year.
Yeah, I think if we have make it to the playoffs and whatever, but we don't get all the way to the Super Bowl, I think that'll reinvigorate us. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, something about the vibes just feel low about it right now to me.
Yeah, honestly, the Chiefs sort of put me off their side watching them play anyway. After the Super Bowl with everything surrounding it, they just everything they were doing was just sending me down. I was like, man, it's really hard to root for this one.
Yeah, see, it was different when we lost the Super Bowl to Tampa. It felt like, okay, man, we gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying? But this one just feel like we ain't even like, man, whatever, man. We lost. You know, we always here. So I need them to get that feeling off of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mahomes got 3 rings.
Got 3 right now, right?
Okay.
3. Beat the San Francisco twice.
Yeah. And then they beat whatchamacallit.
Beat the Eagles.
Yeah. Oh, so it's the thing is he could run a rematch next year.
I think they want too much of the Eagles right now.
Boy. Let's get back to basketball.
Yeah. Take your 10-7 and be happy.
Please,
playoff victory.
The question that I had to ask because I had saw and read it, and I'm real interested in y'all answers because I gave a very aggressive response when I answered the question.
Okay.
So the question was, would you allow for Boston to win 2 back-to-back championships for your favorite team to win 1 championship?
Oh, wow. That's terrible for a Laker fan.
Yeah, and then even as a Cleveland Cavalier fan, even as a Cleveland guy, I couldn't even. I was like, I couldn't. I was like, I would rather be a bottom feeder than let the Boston champion. We could lose all 82, and as long as Boston don't win, I might.
Well, as a free agent, I can say, hey, before I jump ship in Chicago, Boston could have got 2 for us to get 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to be able to get there and know we was gonna get there, yeah, I would have accepted that.
Okay.
But the way these trades is going though, hey, I'm not sure.
Hey, you know what? The funny thing is, Chicago Bulls did my team was solid today. So they got Isaac Okoro off our roster. He's I'm not gonna crap on Isaac Okoro today. I'm gonna thank him for servicing. I'm not gonna just rub it because I really want to. And
the Bulls just ain't gonna get it together. For real. Then drafted 2 people I can't even pronounce the name. For real. Like, here we go again.
You know what make it even worse? That LeBron choking that game and letting get that shot is the difference between Cooper Flag and y'all, right?
Right, come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is crazy. You know, Lonzo, okay, I knew Lonzo was going to end up going somewhere. Cleveland, I'm glad they got him because they're going to need somebody to hold it down like Garland get back.
Yeah.
You know, but
we're losing Ty Jerome as well, so it's
why you say that?
Because he's definitely about to get paid because he's a 50, 40, 90. He should have been in a 6 man of the year conversation, but I guess he didn't play enough or played so. But
there.
He was pretty good. Yeah, I gave him 6 man of the year personally.
Yeah, we know.
Where there's a Cavalier, they're going to get in there with you.
Right.
There's certain things you just got to do. But, I mean, I could understand where you're coming from with Chicago because I've kind of been waiting on them to get competitive again.
I don't see a path.
And then when it seems like New York and them getting competitive, it's like, oh, them. And
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right now the East is open for somebody to take it, and they not even taking steps to even try.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm a free agent, so I ain't gonna let it get me mad.
Yeah, well, Orlando's looking good now, and
Orlando made a good. You know, I was dumping on Jace for a little while right there.
Yeah,
you know, I knew Clayton was gonna go before him and all that. Like, come on, if you watch basketball, you know these things. You know, what
absolutely.
I'm saying? But
I mean, you know, they still got that bias against seniors in the NBA draft.
Yeah, true that. But
they only picked 10 straight freshmen.
Yeah, right. Jace, man, he went to the perfect spot. The perfect spot. Orlando is actually the perfect team for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think he'll thrive there. They got rid of because they didn't get rid of too much to get Bang. I know a lot of people are saying that, you know what I mean? But as far as players on the court, Bang, Banchero, you got Frank over there, you know what I'm saying?
Frank Wagner.
What you need is Jace coming off the bench getting buckets. That's what you need. For real. Who gonna? Because that was a problem. Like, who gonna keep us in the game when our stars is taking a breather? And they had a short guard.
Wagner back.
I think he'll do better than Cole Anthony, even though Cole Anthony is a dog. Don't get me wrong. But for Jace a little bit more elusive. He gonna get his shot. You know, and I want to see it. I want to see it.
As long as Suggs stay healthy, Orlando will be fine in the backcourt. You know.
Oh yeah, but shoot, man, them Hawks, man, they about to be a problem. I ain't gonna lie. I'm waiting to see. I'm hoping they don't do nothing stupid, man. Just keep this core together, man, and make some smart moves. If you can grab a few people in free agency that we ain't even thinking about, you know what I mean? Man, they got a team. They got a team over there. Do not trade Trae Young. Do not. This is not the time to be doing that.
I mean, honestly, after Luka, anybody can go. At this point.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, anybody can. I'm just hoping that they don't.
Yeah.
For real, because they're primed to step up right now. They got it. If Porzingis comes back 100%, they in it. They still got Capella. Well, you know what? I got to get into who are the notable free agents before I talk too soon.
Shoot.
If you got a list, D, let me know, man, because I ain't had a chance to look at it yet.
They gonna let Capella go.
It's 2025, so I'm gonna jump into. Let me look at the tracker. Let's see. Let's see. It's not really looking too great. Let's see. You said centers or
no? Just notable free agents overall. Like who are the top dogs? What's the free agent list of people that actually matter? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So
unrestricted mugs or
it's not too many
here. No, just restricted and unrestricted because
the
Kuminga situation, they only offering this man $7 million. What? He gone. Like, what? This is where you trying to value that, man? He out of there.
Kuminga say I'm good for 22 a night. What you talking about?
For real? Like,
let's see. Yeah, Giddy is up for a deal.
Okay. Well, he gone.
because this list is not very good at all here. Because a lot of people on this roster page, I'm looking at this, is the actual NBA free agency tracker. Brooke Lopez might be a contender, and Looney might be a big name in here.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of role players that aren't very great.
Yep, I'm just see that makes sense though, because I'm talking about them Hawks getting in there. That's what I'm talking about. They need them role players.
Kevin Porter Jr. He played good on the Bucks last year. He can get
head case.
Bobby Portis is up. He is a head case. I hate him too.
He ain't leaving Milwaukee.
Let's see, Bobby Portis. So. We got Lonnie Walker back on there. He's not really relevant to it. Westbrook is a major.
Oh boy,
he's a major name.
Dow Joneser.
My 6 man
is gonna leave. I think Miles Turner is gonna stay. Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell, Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Ben Simmons.
I don't know if
Ben Simmons
in the modern day, but
does he want to play basketball?
That's the question.
If you pick up some hold on, man. Who was the couple names around Ben Simmons? Because you said a few hitters in there. You ran through them.
Oh yeah. All right. So we got Dennis
Schroeder. Well, he ain't going back to the Hawks.
Duncan. You mean he talking about the Well, they got Duncan Robinson is up for a deal. I don't know if he already signed back or not yet. Let's see. So we got
some shooters.
And who did I else?
You said Tim Hardaway.
Hardaway. Yep. Miles Turner. Already. Man. Miles Turner's people. But I don't see why he would leave Indiana at the moment. And they have his bird rights and all of that stuff, so it's gonna be easy. They can sign him for however much they want. It's just
he fits with their system too, so he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. Westbrook, we have.
Yeah.
Let's see who was that there.
I don't want Westbrook, in Atlanta.
I could get boy Imani Bates off Cleveland if they want.
Wow, he a free agent.
Yeah.
Head case.
Man.
Head case. I'm talking to high school people. They got nothing good.
Dwight Powell is
wow.
He has a 1 next to his name.
Who is that?
He has a player option. It's Dwight Powell. Yep.
Oh man, he definitely gonna pick that up.
Julius Randle has an option. We got Taurean Prince. Paul Reed for Detroit. The bums off the end of the Lakers bench. Mac McClung and Doug McDermott are here.
Wow. Yeah, we done went too far down the list.
It's not a good
cut that list. You cut it right.
Kelly Oubre is unrestricted, but he has a player option. Chris Paul is important too. Chris Paul is in fact.
Is he?
Yeah, he said he's gonna move somewhere.
Play.
Okay.
But he said he wants to be close to LA with his family again. So.
Oh, okay. Well, sure, man. That kind of been a little good backup for Trae Young for 1 year.
Yeah, for sure.
Atlanta or LA?
Bobby.
Right.
So both
you want to be a daddy.
Both of Giannis big men, Bobby and what is his name? Lopez are up.
Lopez, yeah.
Campaign and Gary Payton are up. So yeah, it's not really a good class of free agents.
Man, if Ben Simmons would want to play basketball, man, that'd have been a good pickup.
Nah, can't see it.
Can't
see it anymore.
Well, Atlanta is the main.
Count his money.
If it wasn't for Atlanta, his career would still be okay-ish to this day. That faithful night in Atlanta where he didn't just dunk over 6'1" Trae Young.
Oh,
just shoot the layup. That's all he had to do.
All right, yeah.
It was insane.
So, yeah, Kuminga is kind of the big name here because it's not really a lot of people. Like, Markelle Fultz isn't relevant.
Kelly Oubre ain't no bad one.
Kelly Oubre, he's all right. James Harden is unrestricted, but he has a player option. I doubt the Clippers let him walk.
Baselli's a free agent too out of Philly, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He is a free agent.
Yeah.
We got Corey Joseph. Luke Kennard is a free agent.
Yeah, some more shooters.
The big names would probably be the already re-signed LeBron and Kyrie. So it's not. So yeah, LeBron, Harden, and Kyrie are the big three of this run right here, but they've all re-signed already. So Precious Oshawa is unrestricted actually. So somebody could get him. He would be a solid pickup for somebody.
He's chewy, man. Good backup somewhere. Yeah,
he can play.
Malik Beasley is a free agent.
That would hurt the Pistons to lose Hardaway and Beasley like that.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
They drafted a kid out of Tennessee, so one of them might be able to move. You know.
Oh, Malcolm Brogdon is here.
The president.
Yes, sir.
Man.
They got Thomas Bryant. I hate Thomas Bryant too. Because it's like he would have been perfect this year for a team that he left before. I can't play behind Anthony Davis just to go sit on the bench behind Jokic.
Yeah,
you can't blame him, man.
I can't play behind Anthony Davis, but I can sit on the bench for Nikola Jokic. You can't make that
in Indiana now. So.
Yeah. Well, and he sat on the bench for Indiana too.
I don't know how they put that other guy in there for him. You know?
Oh yeah.
He hit me a couple threes, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's nowhere yet though. John Collins.
Oh man.
Utah.
Yeah, he ain't going back to.
Dinwiddie is one, but he's not really relevant to much anymore.
Boy.
Drummond is one.
He just signed back. Yeah.
They have a dude named David Duke Jr. played for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's terrible. Kessler Edwards is a free agent from. Yeah, it's not really a good list. Keon Ellis is free from Sacramento. That might be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be a good pickup for somebody. He's definitely got good defense.
Yeah, Minnesota's talking about letting Alexander go, right?
Oh yeah, he's a
bigger one.
He just signed his deal.
Something wrong with people out here, man.
Hey, money. It's all about the money.
They thinking your boy too, Shannon and Dillingham got to play sometime.
Oh yeah, true that. That boy Shannon solidified. He let it be known who he is.
I heard somebody talking about them potentially trading. I was like, I'm not gonna
do that.
Walker would be a good pickup for the Lakers, you know?
Yeah, I hear that. Wow,
as long as we're not locked in on Andrew Wiggins, I think.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, I guess.
I got to threaten Pelinka's life if that's the
case. boy.
Our boy Finney Smith is expiring. We might need to get him back.
Yeah, he might be gone.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Who could we even get? Jackson Hayes is gone from our team too. We need a big man. Mike could get. What do you think? Old Al could do something. Actually, you know what would be a solid player? I got my boy Bones. I don't know if Bones is any good anymore.
Bones Highland.
Yeah,
he was a baller when he was young, man. But I don't know. They ain't gave him no time.
He done bounced around too much. I don't think he can do it.
He wasn't even suited up for the T-Wolves.
Man.
Yeah. As long as my Lakers get him a couple centers and another guard that can play. See, Reeves done turned down the money. You think he gonna make what, 40 million?
Boy.
I can't see it.
So
well, he'll see. It depends on because he takes chances on himself, like he told teams not to draft him. And shoot, I'm gonna go play for the Lakers. So you might as well not even. Who wants to be undrafted?
Yeah, that's wild.
At some point. I hated we missed on Bain, boy. That was the one to get right there.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on.
Well, I was looking at them draft picks because I was like, shoot, if all the people that Cleveland could have got instead of Isaac Okoro, you look at Halliburton.
Oh man, that was the stupidest draft.
Like you got even like you see, we picked number 5. Yeah, we
Maxey was like what 21, something like that.
Yeah, Maxey was in the 20s.
21. Quickly was 25. He would have been better. Bain is number 30. Jaden McDaniels was the Lakers let him walk for whatever reason. We let him walk. Peyton Pritchard was 26 for Boston. The whole thing. Even Sadiq Bey, Josh Green would have been okay. Nesmith, Aaron Nesmith would have been perfect to fill the job that we had Isaac Okoro doing. But
amazing how bad a lot of them teams missed on them draft picks.
Yeah, that was all the way ugly.
But because the thing is like with Detroit, that was if you pick Halliburton, you probably don't get Cade the next year, and it's like, do you want Tyrese Halliburton or do you want Cade Cunningham?
And
I
want Cade.
that's it's sort of like a word. The Phoenix picked Jalen Smith. They could have picked literally anybody that would have been better than him because he literally hasn't done anything since he entered the league.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards was the first pick that draft. The Warriors could have picked anybody. They picked James Wiseman. He might be worse than Okoro.
Who you talking about? Darko Milicic?
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy, man.
Wiseman might be worse than Darko. That's the wild part. I was like, well, Darko is not good.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. But going to Golden State messed that up.
Yeah. Well, anybody that picked a guard, they could have got Tyrese Maxey. Like Cole Anthony getting picked. If they got Tyrese Maxey, all-star.
And Bain was what 25, 30 in there.
Yeah. Bain was 30. Boston drafted him. Imagine if
Maxey and Bain together, and you got you an all-star backcourt right there.
Yeah. Detroit traded
at the tail end of the first.
Well, what it could have been. Yeah, I think Bain got traded on draft night, didn't he?
He did. Because Boston picked him. Malachi Flynn went to pick before Bain.
Boy.
And then the Lakers could have just picked Bain. And he was better than THT, and that was THT year right there. He was better than THT that year, actually. But hey, what can you do, man?
It just goes to show us in an exact science.
The Lakers are a really good scouting club too. We've drafted top 10 probably better than anybody because it's like you'll find the diamond in the crap hole that is the second round. Because it's like you get a Caruso and a Reeves, and then all these other dudes that go and be decent somewhere else.
Yeah.
I like that we signed the big guy from Villanova, Dixon, the shooter. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He leading scorer in college.
Gave Angel Reese's brother a spot on our summer league.
We did.
Hopefully it turns out well because his numbers in college were solid. So
he's a slot machine, man. He ain't got but one arm.
Yeah.
He got a left hand. That's all he got. He'd be good for summer league fodder. Then he can go on to the wherever G League or wherever Europe.
Yeah, speaking of one arm, one hand, they did that one kid that really only got one arm. Like the Houston put him on their team, right? I think it's Houston. They put him on
the summer team.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy is like I be watching the clips of him and I be like, I don't know how you can let a dude with one arm dunk on you like that.
Man, he out there doing it.
He has one arm. You telling me you can't reach and get the ball from a one-armed man?
Man, he done dominated in high school. The college he went to, he was putting up buckets.
Man,
I don't even think he went all 4 years. He done came out early.
man.
He done figured it out.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame he don't got another arm, so because he might really
man.
be that man if he had two arms.
Right. The next Jordan out here.
Right?
Yeah, that's something, man. Looking forward. It's gonna be something. I mean,
What's
they
Philly
already
gonna
talking
do?
about Kawhi working out. Like, oh,
They
is he
did
gonna
say
be healthy to start the season?
finals, like training until the finals, like he was playing in the finals. But I guess it's with Kawhi. Because thing is, it's like I don't really know what strategy a lot of teams should take at the moment, right? Because it's like I don't know what their draft pick situation is. Because it's like I would say I would probably cut my losses and try to rebuild this thing so I could contend in a couple of years. But you just built the new building.
Yeah.
And then these contracts, it's almost impossible to get off these contracts. And only a stupid team would be like, oh, you know what? I'll let you have all my draft picks for Kawhi, who's only going to play 30 games because we're going to have to rest him the entire first half of the season. And then we'll play him 50-50 in the second half so he's ready for the playoffs.
That's boy, when he does play, though.
Yeah. And that was the thing. He was amazing this year because he kind of returned to being Kawhi this year.
Oh, yeah, he was beasting.
Because that actually, speaking of that, that's part of the reason why the season was so exciting. That last game they played against Golden State was one of the best NBA games I've watched in years. So it's like that was one of the best regular season games. Like I think that was on the level of that Paul George Utah Jazz game. That was a night.
Yeah, man.
But Paul George was great. That was great. When Paul George is not great, it's horrifying.
Welcome to Philly's nightmare.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a few teams where I don't know what's gonna happen next.
And then that's Philly as like I don't know what you do from here because Embiid's not gonna be healthy. So and then Paul George is 50-50 now. Even worse than he was in LA because he was already 50-50 on injuries then.
I mean, it truly is you gotta.
And then they cost so much, I can't even build no team next to them because I'm second apron, and then now I'm getting charged the extra $1 billion that I didn't have to spend. So it's like, where can I restart? Where am I going to get my draft picks back?
Because you gotta build them. You gotta build your kid or your team, your players on your teams when they in middle school, high school, and beyond. You got to build up their thick skin first. You got to care about their mentality as much as you care about their game and what they can bring to your program. Because thinking about Paul George, like he's doing his podcast and trying to use the podcast as something where I could poke my chest out. Like I had a good year in NBA. You know what I'm saying? No, the main thing is NBA. That's what you need to be poking your chest out on. You know what I'm saying? And to go back to Wiseman, it ruined his psyche to be in Golden State. But it's because Golden State doesn't play your type of. It's not for the big man. Has there been any all-star big man for the Golden State since Steph been in the Steph era?
Never in the Steph era.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like now he bouncing around the league.
You know what? Now there was a strong push for Zaza Pachulia to make one when he was on the team, but I don't know if that was just Warriors and his people from Georgia, the country.
They were just gum bumping.
That's what it was.
It wasn't real.
It's a stretch. It's the biggest stretch we can get.
He hurt Kawhi, which got us one of our rings. So he needs to be in the discussion.
That's what they did. I think the last good Warrior, and the thing, I guess since Steph came, they had David Lee, and he was solid.
Andrew Bogut played good for a minute there, but
he was all-star caliber though. I don't know if he ever was.
Well, all they need is a pick and roll guy, and somebody catch and dunk and rebound.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you help along a young man's mentality and just be honest with them and let them know? Because when Wiseman was in the midst of it, everybody like, man, we thought he was gonna be better than this. Like, man, he ain't taking any of the load off the other guy. Like, Steve Kerr should have been like, hey, man, look, we ain't about to use you like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put a few plays in where we can get you dominating, which is gonna open up the outside for us a little bit more. Like nothing. They just
that game. He didn't have that kind of game. He couldn't do it. Because he got featured in other places, Pistons were running plays for him when he was in there, and wherever he's been, they've been running a couple plays for him, but something always goes wrong.
Man, I think it's the mentality.
ACL or something this year, or who was that played for Indiana tore the Achilles?
That's Wiseman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even from Memphis, something like he got caught up in some mess and couldn't play, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think
But I do have to ask you guys particularly because they were trying to say Memphis was so dangerous and people are scared to play there and all of this stuff. They were slandering Memphis as a whole. I want to know what y'all think about that.
Scared to play there, meaning what? I mean, scared of the team they were playing, or people were threatening them?
I guess people were threatening them. According
scared to live in Memphis, scared to have to be in Memphis. Like, oh man, I can't get out and put gas in my car. When you making that type of money, man, you send somebody to do that stuff for you. Wherever the checks coming in at, that's where you play at. For real. Like, you shouldn't even have to worry about stuff like that because that stuff gonna happen anywhere. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer of, if you on a plane and it crashes and it takes your life, if you wouldn't have got on that plane, you would have been in the car and had a car crash that day. Your time is your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't live your life like that. Like, oh man, I can't be around here. Like, I mean, you're gonna be wherever you're at. You know what I mean? And it can happen anywhere. If they're targeting you, it's gonna. I mean, more people getting killed in Los Angeles than in Memphis. They just don't talk about it as much.
Right.
For real. So, they'll catch you in Beverly Hills. If it's your time, it's your time. You know what I'm saying? So you don't live life like it's your time.
You put us on the Pop Smoke, and next thing you know, that happened about a month or two after, right before COVID.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, we talked about that when y'all came to Florida. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, listen to this Pop Smoke. A month later, he was gone. Like, oh man, and that happened in L.A.
Yeah.
Got smoked. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the situations, I've been to Memphis a few times. I mean, Memphis is rough, but ain't no rougher than any other big city. I didn't see anything that was there for, terribly different.
They say St. Louis is the worst of all.
Oh man!
But I've never been to St. Louis to confirm.
Been there a couple times. Ain't no different.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. It's rough as St. Louis.
Every place got their spot.
Like, oh yeah, we ain't going to that McDonald's. Keep riding down the street. For real.
McDeath.
Like, oh boy, everybody in this McDonald's wearing red. Everybody, the people in the drive-thru, the people in the no. There's 100 people at McDonald's right now wearing red.
Cardinal fans, that's all.
Yeah, okay. Oh man, but yeah, for real, man. So it's everywhere, man.
I wonder how the Rams ever moved to St. Louis because well, it doesn't make any like how are you LA Rams and you move to St. Louis and move back.
Yeah. Great deal on that money.
I mean, you don't be hearing too much stuff about Memphis. I mean, Ja Morant got his mess.
Yeah.
Memphis got the basketball, got the football, got everything. Like,
well, that was the Indiana Pacers did that with Memphis. They're like, oh, they pointed lasers at our team bus.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, really? Were they?
You can find some idiots everywhere. It don't matter.
It's more people in the music industry that then got took out than athletes in Memphis.
Right.
And more people in Atlanta than in Memphis with the music. So it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
It's just it's a part of life. It's a part of life, man. You can't be scared to wherever you at, man, go play. Go play. Do your best. If you hanging out in the streets and you're asking for it, now that's the that right there is the change of the rule. Like if you know that that you shouldn't be around those people and you want to be around those people, then you cutting your time short. It may not have been your time, but you made it your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's different.
You're looking for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, I do gotta ask. We got a couple of things I can get real quick. So I want to ask y'all opinions on the WNBA at the moment. What are you thinking? What do you like?
Okay.
What are you not liking?
Well, I'm watching the WNBA all the time. And one thing I'll give what I don't like the most. What I don't like is the turnovers. Oh, it's a ridiculous amount of turnovers. Like all over the place, you know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, they'll just start scoring. Like they'll have 10 turnovers back to back to back to back to back, and then start scoring 10 back to back to back to back. Like, what is this? You know? And then it'd be ridiculous stuff like you dribbling up and then they double team you and you just throw the ball without even looking. Just whoever gets it gets it. You know? And that's a good thing for me training because now I'm like, okay, let me just put you in a mindset of staying under control and being prepared for anything that comes to you because man, you can go to the WNBA if you under control, you can dribble the ball without losing it and you can keep a cool head. Oh, you can go to the WNBA.
That's job one, ball control.
Yeah, if you can do that, you're gonna have a good career in the NBA. In the WNBA. Now, what I like is you can kind of see the changing of the guard. The younger players are not scared. You know, like it's some rookies that's out there that's playing for real. Like it's gonna be some rookies in the All-Star game, and they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to see. So you can tell that the game is evolving. You know, you can clearly see the game is evolving. And in the NBA, you don't see that all the time. In the NBA, it's like, man, maybe it's getting better. Maybe it's getting worse. Maybe the referees got to help them out for it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, not in the WNBA. It's going to be here. You know? That's what I like about it.
And then Grandpa, what you?
I like, my thing is with the W, it's still a little difficult to watch here and there. But I like that it is, there is more overall talent now. Unfortunately, they're gonna have them 2 more teams joining next year with Toronto and Portland. I think are getting teams.
Oh, they got 2 more coming.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's gonna spread the talent, a little bit thinner because right now I think it's just teams can go 6 or 7 deep, and it's weird they got all them girls in the middle of the season like this, letting them go over to Europe and play for their home countries in this tournament that's going on over there.
Yeah.
You looking at the game, where's such and such at? They're
right.
Playing with it's like, what's going on with that?
Yeah,
like
that's odd. That's very odd.
But the other thing with me with that, I think physicality wise, there seems to be a lot more collisions. I don't know if the lady ladies don't have those shock absorbers, ain't built their legs up good enough to where they can stop and maneuver, around people. There's so many collisions and girls just smashing into each other,
Yeah.
and that's causing a lot of hurt feelings and hurt bodies, right now. So it's a big effect there. And,
that is true.
But that, and a lot, they just got to improve their level of refereeing too. That's got to be improved. I don't know where they're getting the refs from, but some of those are blind as bats out there. And it's just, leading to a lot of situations where they're getting, the girls are going to get frustrated probably faster
they
than
tell
the
them
boys
about it.
do. Yeah, oh yeah. And yeah, a lot of that going on, a lot of complaining. They take too much complaining. They don't, start hitting some of them girls with texts quicker, they'll shut their mouths, eventually or not be playing. So,
yeah, true.
those are the big things with being the W right now. But it's just, it is getting better overall. It is getting better.
Okay. So then what about or actually what's y'all feelings on the kerfuffles that they had a couple of weeks ago in Indiana with was it they were playing Phoenix Mercury where they had everybody fighting, where the girl had poked Caitlin in the eye and she pushed her, then they boomed her.
I'll put it to you like this. Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she might be black, man.
Had a rub on that a little bit. That vanilla might come off.
Right. Hey, she grabbed the girl and talked to her the whole time. Like she wasn't, and she got right in her ear and told her whatever she had to tell her. And she wasn't thinking about backing up. And that just let me know the type of moxie. She's always gonna be a good teammate. Now she got to get her game there because she kind of just out there.
I'm gonna be honest, the Tres Leches that they call them, or whatever the nickname for the three women they got there, that they are, because Legacy Hole, she was awful at the beginning of it, but she actually seems to be a decent player now.
Yeah, she getting it together.
Like she was horrible. I was like, worst. I was like, what is she even? She shouldn't even be playing. But she's getting better. Chicago Sky is trying to string together some games too, so I'm happy for them to.
Unfortunately, one of their players is gone to the tournament.
Which one is that?
The other big man, the big girl next to Reese.
Oh, Cardoso.
Oh yeah, Brazilian girl.
Cardoso. Yep, she gone.
She's not as good as I thought she was going to be in the W.
That is true.
She'd be dominant by now, and she just looks like she's just out there most of the time.
One every 5 games she'll dominate.
Yeah. Like she's just not making her shots.
When they're solo, her and Angel Reese definitely is not going to work long term.
Yeah,
they aren't good when they play together.
Like I said, they trying to make Angel Reese play the point forward. So, we'll see how it goes.
How do I say this in the best way I could say it? I feel like there has to be a skill. There has to be significant skills. I don't think she has the handle to be a point guard.
She don't have the handle.
Or the vision.
Yeah. Yeah, like she's best under the rim, and that's at times she does dominate under the rim, and I'm trying to see a path for her where she can dish the ball, maybe if out of the post, if they give it to her in the post, they can have her bringing it up. That ain't it.
And a lot of it too is her team's got to get better around her too.
True.
Well, they don't have a guard. So what is it? The guard is the Vandersloot, the old lady.
Yeah, she got hurt.
She got hurt. And then
Van out for the season.
Van Leaf and the other white girl they got out there.
Yeah.
And McConnell's sister played for Phoenix. I think she got dropped.
No, she got hurt. She got hurt.
She got hurt.
Yeah. She had. I think she broke an ankle or something first game.
Oh well. Oops. That's a wash. And that was a bad week for the McConnell.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
irrelevant for a minute.
Yeah.
it's definitely the game is gonna get better and better, but it's they got to get it. They definitely got to get it together.
And there's another question that I'm gonna have to ask for basketball fans, because I know where I stand, and I guess I'm not gonna jump into it too far personally, but I do want y'all take on it before we leave the WNBA. So whenever, because we just talked about the kerfuffles with the Mercury and the Fever, and I was kind of happy that had happened that day, because you know why? Now, I'm not this kind of person that likes to bring this type of stuff up, because people get emotional and get to crying and baby wham wham when you bring up stuff like this. But I was happy that it's white women that did this to show, because they trying to make it a race issue when it's not. But I wanted to mention, because whenever somebody does something to Caitlin Clark, they get to, oh, she needs to leave the WNBA.
Wow, that is true.
All of this, and it's like, well, where is she gonna play?
Got to protect the meal ticket.
Like, where's she gonna play? Like, are we really, or like, because Portnoy and all them, he runs out. It's like Caitlin does not need protection, I would think.
Wow, you know what? They didn't give that girl Mabry that energy. They didn't give her, and Angel Reese didn't even touch Caitlin Clark. She just went after her a little bit. She didn't even touch her. That girl Mabry straight linebacker hitter. And they didn't give her that energy. Where RG3 at? Where he running his mouth? He had all that to say about Angel Reese. Where is he at talking about what Mabry did? Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Wow.
Well, my thing with Caitlin too is she talks a little bit of mess out there.
Oh, she is. She be out there talking.
She's got to stop complaining so much to officials. Every play, she's with the officials. It's like nobody want to see all that, especially the other team. They don't want to see it. She already getting on their nerves.
Right, that is true. Yeah, she feel like, hey, I'm entitled to this.
They starting to figure her out. If she's going left, she's going to shoot the ball. If she's going right, she's going to pass the ball. And they starting to figure that out and defend her differently, And like I said last week, before they supposedly turned into another groin injury for her. 1 for 17 from 3.
Yeah. For real. She need a break.
Yeah. They didn't progress as a team until they sat her down. Sit down, then they start playing.
Yeah.
Let Kelsey Mitchell have the ball.
Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell's cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Caitlin, if she
Aaliyah Boston pretty good too. She's a dominant force.
She has her games.
She's playing better. She's playing much better.
She plays better when Caitlin's on the court. I noticed that too. So maybe Caitlin Clark, maybe the logo threes, man, is maybe she need to maybe that's what the problem is. Is it in her contract? She got to shoot at least 5 of them.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Somebody finally kind of pointed out a comparison for her that actually makes sense, because everybody that shoots far immediately gets Curry comparisons. But there's a particular guy that we actually did talk about today that's actually the perfect comparison for Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark has a little bit worse shot selection than this particular man, but it's a very fair comparison because the defense is similar, because it's not really being played. And this is one of my favorite players. I am saying this about.
Trae Young.
So Mr. Trae Young comparison, and I was like, that's a lot better comparison than Curry, because they try to put Curry on anybody.
Yeah, I feel that.
But you got to win some. You got to win a few titles to get to Curry level. So.
Yeah, I feel that. But like I said, man, I do enjoy the game that the ladies are putting out there. And old girl from France that I was telling y'all about, she's out there. She playing for the Liberty right now.
Okay.
When she coming again, she a game changer. When she come in there, she ain't thinking about nobody. She think about herself, man. She come in there, get her Kyrie on, and hit a couple threes. For real. She's smiling big on a missed shot last night because she crossed this girl so cold. She didn't even care the shot ain't go in. I like
a lot
her,
of brothers in France.
But what is her name?
Johannes is Marine Johannes. And
Yeah.
she ain't want to be in France right now. She want to stay in WNBA. She ain't going to that tournament.
Okay. She's kind of old.
Yeah, she done been out there a while, but man, she a dog. And
Yeah.
something had happened over the last year or two where she wasn't in the WNBA.
Okay.
I don't know if she was like, I don't know if she was suspended or something or what they were. I can't remember what they were saying,
A lot
but
of them just making the choice. Like Gabby Williams from Seattle now, she made that choice. I ain't playing for you guys. I'll be staying overseas here.
Yeah, I hear that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she
That
cold
girl's
too.
tough. She's tough.
yeah, man. She had about 10 steals the other game I was watching. I said, man. So that the Phoenix Mercury, the Seattle Storm, yeah, they gonna give I don't know, Minnesota might have it locked up, man. They might have it locked up. Because New York's kind of, they up and down. Ionescu, she hurt right now. She got the neck injury, but she's still playing. But she on her down streak just like Caitlin right now.
I mean, honestly, whatchamacallit, Breanna Stewart ain't been the greatest the last.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them girls that played that 3-on-3, I think it got, that was tough, running the court, that they didn't recoup their bodies as well as they probably thought they should, and you can see it right now. Even Collier, she's been in and out, with different things.
Yeah.
So a lot of those girls that played in that 3-on-3 are struggling right now physically.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, Haley Van Liff played 3-on-3 in American joint a couple of weeks.
Did she really?
She struggled. She struggled anyway.
Struggles everywhere.
Now, what they should have did was just do that one-on-one tournament.
Yeah.
They should have did the winners bracket and the losers bracket. And instead of doing all the other stuff, the one-on-one tournament is what drawed all the eyes. For real. So that's what they should have did. Go ahead and knock that out in a week and a half. Winner gets that 200 G's they gave them and sprinkle something to everybody else. And all right,
Bisha Collier would have won that too.
Yeah.
I think they should play, like they used to play the girls, 3 on offense, 3 on defense. That way you ain't got to run the full court all the time.
Yeah.
And that would have been a different way to structure it. Would have been easier on their bodies,
Yeah, that's. If you're gonna be in 2 running leagues, and if you're going overseas at some point, you're in 3 different things. Yeah, it makes sense to try to do as much as you can to prolong your career.
Right. They might need to pay them more so they don't play in these other leagues.
Yeah, it's coming. The Caitlin effect.
Unfortunately, because I was like, I hate to have to pay them more, but shoot, if they about to be doing a whole bunch of extra water. Because the thing is, the WNBA needs to be the premier women's basketball league if it's going to be the one that they want to be. And if number one, like if I'm going to France to play in the middle of the season, you don't care about winning no championship.
Yeah.
Like I love them. I'm as an American man, I can say I love America, but I would never go and play for Team USA when my money is back. And then that's the thing over here too, right? If Jason Tatum played in the Olympics last year, if Jason Tatum got hurt in the Olympics,
did he?
I'm getting paid I mean, Halliburton played too, and he made the finals. So
did he?
They learned from some great basketball players. But
I don't know how they got hurt doing it.
Yeah, right.
But it's like they played.
Steph Curry got hurt.
Yeah, if they played, it could have been better. I feel like, or how do I say what I was saying? If they were to go over there and get hurt like they're hurt now, it would have been a problem, a big problem.
Yeah, I hear that.
And everybody wants to play for their country, though. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta suck it up and go do it.
The saying that WNBA has to be the premier league for the women, that's, to be honest, man, it's gonna be tough, man. Because right now it's a college women basketball. That's the premier league. For real. They just play the game so good. They play the structure. Is it the coaching? Are like, what is it that makes them play so locked in the college game and then make all these turnovers when they get to the WNBA? Like, is it more freedom when you get to the pro level and now you making mistakes in the college game, man? It's just, man, when you watching them college girls play, man, they play the game right, man.
Yeah.
Play the game right. They get it.
You don't have high level great athletes too much.
Yeah.
You're not going to run into the type of athletes you're running into in the WNBA.
Yeah, I hear that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. That pressure bust pipes, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's why the ones that are shine so bright.
So,
Yeah.
If they in trouble, they got Juju. Who else is in the college this year? If she can come back even,
playing this year.
Yeah, she got to sit down for a minute, but hopefully she'll be back stronger than ever.
Chloe Kitts has one per year and saying you in South Carolina, but that's
she don't go to Toronto with her boyfriend.
Right. Well, she might end up going to Toronto if she gets picked up.
Yeah, and Colin Murray, he'd have been the perfect Izzo guy. He got Michigan State all over him, boy. I don't know if you watched him much, but man, he would have been great in Izzo's system. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I always just like to keep my eye attentive on all these things, man. As far as when the college season starts, man, I'm just gonna pick them out. I don't like to talk about the people they talking about. I like to see ones who really about it. You know what I mean? Let's see, Juju, she was just somebody who was, it was automatic. You know what I mean? I knew she was cold in high school. But sometimes they get in there to the college level and then they just fade away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keeping my eye attentive on who it is.
Yeah. That Van Leaf did that, which that college.
Chasing the Bucks. That's all she was doing.
Man.
We got the one girl going to Oklahoma this year, freshman, the Latino girl. They talk about her.
Oh, yeah.
She's the best player coming out, they said. So
yeah, she all right. She all
you
right.
need some stars to carry it, though. That's what gets the eyes. You gotta have them big stars.
Right. They doing they got a jam fest where they have all the high school girls and stuff, man. And I was watching that, man, and it's a couple cold ones that's coming up.
Oh,
for real, definitely, man. And it's a girl they call. She wasn't at the jam fest, but man, you got her name. They call her Special K. You know what I mean? She, man, she cold, and she got a girl on her team. I think they freshmen and sophomores, man. Hey, these girls, man, the girl on her team mid-range is going in. It's going in. And she Special K is a cold point guard. She gonna find you. Hey, man, I'll tell you, man, watch them YouTube games. See, I don't watch the highlights. I watch the whole game. I ain't gonna let you fool me. I'm watching the whole game. Man,
anybody can look good in the highlight.
Right.
Look it together. My top 5 things I did. Okay.
Yeah, she next level. I know I seen Dawn Staley in the crowd.
Well, you know what's funny is that Knicks were looking at Dawn for potentially being the coach.
Man, Knicks looking at everybody, man.
Yeah.
they begging people to take it.
They called me the other
day. They said Mike Brown, Don Staley, they just coming up with a game they could
anybody, man. They'll take anybody right
take
now.
Kim from LSU next.
Why doesn't Jay Wright want the job?
Jay chilling.
I don't see why he just don't take the job.
It might as well be Mark Jackson too, but Mark Jackson obviously, might still be blackballed.
Yeah, sure. I think a lot of people, man, don't want the job because they ain't trying to deal with
Brunson and them.
Brunson's dad.
Yeah.
They gotta give him the job then.
Yeah, he might be the best person to get a job to, because
you fire him, you can fire him.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who he's gonna command the room. I can tell that. Like, you think you the coach, for real. Like, he got mad at Jalen Brunson for smiling in the interview. He's standing there right there waiting on him to get done with his interview, walk to the locker room with him and all that. Like, even Lonzo ain't, I mean, even LeVar ain't do that.
There you go. They call him. Call Big Baller.
They gonna be the most confident team.
Man.
We got this.
Right. It's gonna be delusion, but they're gonna be the most confident.
We all in Big Baller shoes.
Right.
LeVar only got one leg now, so I don't think.
Sponsored by Big Baller Brand in New York City. Oh Lord,
legs all torn up like his ball, son. All torn up by mid-season. Whole team on the IR.
Right. Man.
Oh, man. Trying to play.
Who in the world are they going to get to coach that team? Like right now, you got to strike when the iron's hot.
I will figure something out. I'm putting my name in the hat. Knicks. Proven talent, but if you get me there, I can get you there.
Man, come on, man. And everybody's selling. Yeah. Lakers done sold. Minnesota done sold.
Lakers needed that money, boy. Woo.
Yeah. Well, who was the guy? Dolan needs to sell the Knicks.
Yeah, man. Them hard-headed people.
Getting away. His ego's too much. He ain't going nowhere.
Real.
Well, and the thing is, like, everybody that all of these team owners and all of these people, like, they'll be like, oh, they're having success. I need to stay so I can be the reason to say that it was me and not nobody else.
Well, it's the lifestyle.
Like Minnesota, the guy who used to own Minnesota, he had stopped everything. They was about to make the sale and everything. He's like, oh, nope, hold on. I need to make sure this is all in order my way. Then I will sell it.
People like Dolan is about the lifestyle, man. They want to be able to come in the building and floss, bring people all up and through there and all of this, bring they freaks all in the offices, you know what I'm saying? And once you sell the team, you might be able to get you some tickets, you know what I'm saying? They take care of you, but they ain't about to cater to
you a suite.
Right. Yeah, they not gonna cater to your floozies.
Right.
Well, you know what's funny about that is there was a whole thing with Isaiah Thomas a few months ago. They brought up his case when he was on the Knicks and stuff, and I'm like, I was like, they got receipts on a lot of people, man.
Can't hide in New York.
Oh man, no, it is what it is out there. For real. I mean, they done tried everything. Derek Fisher, they done tried everything. You know, so now it's just, I mean, they shouldn't have moved on without a plan. That's a very big issue right there. You know, we'll see how it goes.
Why not Mike Malone? Why not Van Gundy? I don't know why any of them ain't options at the moment.
I don't know if
I'm sure they've gotten a call.
I wonder if it's just not appealing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like Brunson,
a lot of pressure.
Dribbling the air out the ball. Towns is soft on the inside, and then want to shoot the three, man. You don't know
outside and inside. Honestly.
You don't know what you're gonna get from Bridges on the regular.
They still made the conference finals.
But if the Knicks gonna win, man, it got to be this year.
It does have to be. That's why I'm hoping that Cleveland can field up a good roster together. Maybe we can come out. But the thing is, can you beat the Thunder? Which I don't know if nobody can at the moment. But the thing is, I've seen everybody
8 years in a row now.
But that's Because every year, everybody's like, "Oh, this champion should be able to repeat," and it never
Nope.
happens.
New face, new face in the place.
I mean, I don't see any like
I think Houston has a shot if they can feel.
Houston is definitely. I got to keep my eye on what they about to do in this free agency. Houston is definitely a team that can step in there and give them problems.
And they can still make a move or two. When you look at their bench, they still got Eason over there, Tariq Eason, and Whitmore still over there.
Yeah.
You know, so they still got some assets and some draft picks that they can move.
Yeah, for real.
So they can still get one more thumper if they want to.
Man, it would be nice, man, because they got a squad they building over there, man, and
I'm surprised Phoenix didn't demand Whitmore at least to come with that group. You know,
right.
That boy, somebody can corral him a little bit, he might turn into something.
Yeah, he'll be a beast too.
Mm-hmm.
You already know how I feel about Minnesota. They just got to move some stuff around. You know what I mean? Them young boys, man, young wolves.
Can't win with Julius out there holding the ball like that.
Maybe, man, maybe somebody will offer Julius something he can't refuse, and he'll get rid of that player option and go on.
Ain't nobody
sign and trade.
Yeah, he ain't playing the Lakers.
They could find somebody good that'll take Rudy Gobert contract. Maybe they could do something.
Man, wouldn't it be nice?
I don't think Rudy Gobert is gonna be able to field. And really, they only made it as far this year because they played some old and hobbled rosters.
Yeah,
they got good draws.
And and then I think that the way the Lakers played is proof that it really wasn't the Nuggets having their number the last couple years, because the Timberwolves did the exact same thing that Denver did. They just did it a little bit worse, or quite a bit worse, actually. It's just the Lakers weren't good that made the difference. And us losing the series, because it's like if our players played up to standard, it was very winnable. But it's like, shoot.
Well, we couldn't guard Joker. We couldn't guard Jamal Murray. And you gonna let them two kill him. You're gonna get killed.
Well, and we guarded the Timberwolves well. It's just that we couldn't score at the end. So it's like the offense disappeared in every fourth quarter. By the way, because LeBron is breathing heavy because he's 40 years old now.
So, man, I don't see a path for the Lakers. Unfortunately, I don't see a path for the Lakers.
We'll see. They making some decent moves. They got they got a couple of free agents coming in there. They picked up their kid Minnesota, Garcia. Kid who's scoring 30 points. They got some pick in with Eric Dixon plus the draft pick we got. We'll be decent.
We're gonna see, man.
We got to get
a big man. It could be a different story.
Catch and dunk and play defense, rebound,
and then hopefully my boy Connect can actually get a role to where because he made JJ Redick so angry to the point so many times where he's like, I'm not playing you in the playoffs. Because I was like, JJ, he did lose his mind quite a few times with Connect on defense.
Man, I don't see
Finney Smith. We're gonna have to play him, so
I'm trying to see a path for the Lake Show, man. I don't see a path for the 76ers right now either, man.
Well, thing is, it's kind of a fat change.
Come back,
What about the Warriors?
Oh no, I don't see a path for the Warriors. I think the Warriors. Oh yeah, they're in trouble.
Another year older and deeper in debt.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the 76ers is whose team is it going to be? Is MB going to come back motivated? Is he even going to play?
300 million?
Hey, if he come back motivated, I think they got a good draft pick with Edge come. I think that was a good draft pick because
he can develop if he gets his head right and develops, because he's athletic. He's the most athletic dude coming out in the draft for sure, but he's got to make better decisions. He's got to play team ball. I watched some of their games, and it was like he was half the time he was out there.
Yeah.
Until he tried to do something athletic, jump over top of somebody or whatever. But he's got the talent, but whether he can get his head in the right space, and they got the right coach, Nurse over there, he'll coach him up. But
I think he'll have. I think the floor will be more open for him than it is in that college game, and he just seems like
most
somebody
definitely.
who's just like extremely in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing that set him apart that I think is that he's just extremely in shape. And normally those types of guys, the ball finds the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. They get McCain back in there with
oh
Maxie,
yeah,
and
oh yeah.
just what they're gonna keep as far as Yabusele and left-handed Oubre,
Yeah.
Yeah,
if he
Oubre.
takes
Yeah.
off.
You know
That
what's
would hurt him. That would be big losses for him right there.
It's not the talent that worries me; it's the mindset. That's why I say I don't see a path forward.
well,
They got to
Paul
go to
George, don't
The
get
therapy.
me wrong.
health, the
Paul George,
health.
don't get me wrong, definitely a big thumbs down for that.
Embiid's gonna play 40 games this next year.
That just, I mean,
40.
honestly, the Clippers. That's why I'm happy the Clippers
Is that
failed.
enough?
That's kind of what they're looking at. They're going to try to target him certain games and see if they can pace him along and ramp him up in April. See if he can get ready for the playoffs.
But the thing about Embiid, he finds it's almost as if God Himself wants him injured in the playoffs because he randomly had Bell's palsy last.
Oh yeah, that is true.
It's true. Like, where and why now? Like, not in December, not in March, not in January, but April, the very moment the playoffs start. Now, he played great where half of his face couldn't move. Like his eyes.
Yeah, he scored 50 that game.
And he looked crazy. And they put up a fight. They really they put up a fight on the Knicks. But they weren't good enough to beat them. And I don't see how they are much better right now than they were then against a better Knicks team.
We're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
The East is gonna be crazy. I just don't want them to start the narrative. Well, if Jason was there or Halliburton was there, they wouldn't be the champs of the East or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they might not do that. They might not do that if the Bucks find a way to be in there or something like that.
I don't think they have a shot either because all their big men are old and leaving, and they have to sign them to new deals. So it's Giannis and nobody this time.
Dame's out until February or so.
If you know what, to me, I think it's gonna be the Magic. The Magic and the Hawks are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's just what I think.
That would be a nightmare, honestly.
That would be great. I'm gonna tell you this though. Who's going to beat if Capella and Okongwu and Porzingis are on the team, and you got JJ over there, you got Dyson Daniels, you got Trae Young. If they get the right free agents, you got Ricochet, and you got LeVert still over there, ain't he? Is LeVert over there?
He's a free agent.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe not. You know what I'm saying?
And he was one.
Bogdanovich.
No, he left.
Any Bogdanovich over there?
No, I think he left, didn't he?
He on the Clippers.
Yeah, he went to the Clippers.
They traded him to the Clippers, actually, didn't they?
Yeah, they traded him to the Clippers at the trade deadline.
Yeah, for PJ Tucker, I think. But PJ Tucker on a random.
Now, if you really think about that, man, who gonna beat the Hawks, man? Come on now. Like, you got Trae Young, you got Dyson Daniels, you got JJ, which is a monster. It's becoming his team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got Porzingis and you got Okongwu and you got Capella.
Ricochet.
Capella ain't gonna be there. Capella's a free agent.
Ricochet. They pick up some free agents. They're gonna have a good team. That's a good team.
They're solid.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know what's going on with that Ace Bailey dude. I don't know why he don't want to play for nobody. You know what I'm saying? They talk about he might not show up or something like that. But if you really think about it, though, Utah is not they don't have a bad roster either if he plays. For real.
I'm gonna
Kessler, he could play.
Yeah. The thing is, are they going to trade Walker Kessler or not?
Marketing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you say
the one right there.
Pronunciation.
You know,
they could send Clarkson back over to the Lakers if they want to.
Absolutely, I'm on board. he already played with LeBron too. So
one thing he gonna do is get buckets. That's for sure. But you know, they got Clayton over there. They got Ace Bailey over there.
You know,
hey, come on,
Sexton.
Yeah,
Jordan Clarkson. I have some
they got
funny.
A good team.
Jordan Clarkson, because you remember. Now, this is a deep pull from the bag of tricks, right? He is the very reason for DeMar DeRozan's last night, or he's probably part of the reason DeMar DeRozan got kicked off the team.
Okay.
Because I remember he had beat him off the dribble, and DeRozan smacked the crap out of him, knocked his contact, got out the game, and that was his last moment in a Raptors jersey. I'll never forget that for that.
What happened?
Right. Oh, boy.
That and KCP shooting that 3 at the end of Kobe's retirement, jersey retirement, and the overtime where he missed, and Kobe and all the kids, they all left. And I was like, what?
Yeah. It's time for some glory moments.
Stupidity moments.
Yeah, and another team, man, people be sleeping on, but it's them Trailblazers, man. Them Trailblazers. They just picked up that big Chinese kid too. Hey, don't overlook that. Don't overlook him. Don't overlook him. Real. That boy.
Klingon gonna start over there, so he ain't gonna play that many minutes.
Well, actually, Ayton wouldn't be a bad pickup for a lot of teams.
Are they gonna keep Drew Holiday is the question. Is he gonna move on?
Well, they got to.
Yeah.
They waive him. They still got to pay him this year, don't they?
Yeah, they might give him up to somebody else.
He's a $45 million man right now, though.
Yeah, I can't see him wanting to stay in that situation now.
Yeah, I mean,
he about to rot over there.
Yeah,
I'm a GM. I'm like, I'm not taking the contract. $45 million, and then that's wild. Is you could pay somebody $45 million, then one dude on the team get injured. Now you done traded the whole team, and it's like, what you give him $45 million for? Now I got to deal with this. You could have just gave him a 1 year and let him walk.
The big Chinese
money
dude,
is what it is.
Because I think
they're making so much money.
Yeah, I think Hanson is that big Chinese dude's last name. He's like another Denny out there, another Advis, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, he's turned into something,
Yeah.
They got weapons. Kamara out there,
Oh yeah.
Scoot Henderson, them rascals gonna be tough.
Yeah, they can make a couple moves. They got some pieces.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with Holiday. Would he want to sit there? He's 35 now, so
yeah.
Oh, I gotta ask this too before we get off of here. Y'all see Lance Stevenson is a crash out every week. He had the 1-on-1. He didn't do none of that crazy stuff with Michael Beasley, but he been fighting in every other game though.
Why in the world did he play 1-on-1 against Beasley? Can you explain to me, in his mind, did he really think he was gonna win that?
Apparently he did.
Somebody has to play him.
He didn't stand a chance. Oh yeah, Joe Johnson can go out there and play against him. Joe Johnson, I wish Carmelo, but Carmelo been sitting down. Carmelo been drinking and smoking, man. He getting that podcast money. You know what I'm saying? He good.
Got Dunlap disease, belly Dunlap over there.
So he ain't gonna get out there. But had he got out there when he was in shape, oh boy, Beasley would been in trouble. But Lance Stevenson, though, come on, man, that was an easy payday. Easy payday. But the thing that stood out the most about it, Kyrie Irving's the one who threw the event.
Really?
Yeah. See, when I was talking about if they start starting some of their own stuff, You know what I'm saying? And getting some money to that. You know what I mean? Like, man, Kyrie Irving was behind that.
Create their own league eventually if they want to.
For real, man. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You know that.
You see him fight Dwight in the big three. You see Lance fight Dwight in the big three.
I seen Dwight Howard.
I ain't even go 1-on-1. Lance and Dwight go 1-on-1.
Well, actually, they did have a little
fight after every basket.
They actually did do that, but they individual teams and stuff. But they actually did do something like that. Like they had a video and everything for like big three practices and stuff. They had Dwight playing one. There's 3 dribbles 1-on-1s with everybody. It was pretty cool. And then Lance Stevenson went and played with Devontae Friga, the park guy that played at parks and stuff. And then he was about to fight a dude there. And I was like, this dude, Lance Stevenson, the only person he didn't get to act funny with was Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley pulled all that crazy, all that like actually my grandma the other day said when we was watching Game 7, she mentioned, you remember when Lance Stevenson wrestled Jeff Green on the floor, and I was like, yep, we do, because I was like, it did all that crazy, all that get under your skin stuff. He did not do any of that.
Yeah, you know, Mike Beasley's not. He ain't wrapped too tight. For real. Yeah, he had his whole hood with him too.
Beasley say, "I'm hood. I'm straight hood."
Right, for real. Speaking of them 1-on-1s, man, we gotta figure out how we gonna put that simulation together.
Oh, for who you want and how you want.
Like, but we gonna have to do it like a draft. We can't be having duplicate players again.
Okay.
And then we'll make the bracket ourselves, because I know you can't do it on the game. Yeah. And then we'll pick like whoever your 1 seed is all the way to your 8th seed or something. And we'll just do it accordingly like that. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll just play them out and see who get the crown, you know?
All right.
For real. See, you know, that's something I definitely will. We gotta get on that, man. How can we do that with 3 people and it come out even? Would it be 8 players each? Would 24 get us there, or
24? I don't know if that'll fill out a bracket. You might have to have 32 to fill out a bracket. Have to, because we have to have maybe we could do buys and stuff, and then that'll equal it out, because it could be 16 by the end.
Yeah, we could do it like that. I'm trying to see what's the number where 3 people can get to where it'll be 2 people left. You know how they play that 3rd place game. Somebody get the 3rd place, and then first and second go at it after that. Yeah, we'll figure it out and make it happen. Yeah, I'm with that, man. I'm with that. We'll get our draft on. We gotta know what players ain't in the game, though. I know they ain't got Barkley, they ain't got Reggie.
That's about it. I feel like for most, they don't got Ben Wallace, or not Ben Wallace, but Rasheed Wallace.
Which is a problem.
They got the Pistons, but they don't got Rasheed. They don't got Tayshaun. I was like, man, this not even a team no more.
Why they acting like that, man? Go on, let your players get free, man. They trying to get paid. Barkley said he did 8 figures. His image, but you know, Barkley had his own game back in the day. That shut up and jam. So he probably got a few stipulations before he can be free. Man, this dude just got knocked through the ring. Oh Lord. Well.
Knocked him to the ropes.
This is over.
Watching the Dallas Mystics game at the moment. So.
Oh man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good day tomorrow. It's about 5 games.
Let's see. I'm trying to find who is their missing players. Let's see. There we go. Missing players. Bill Russell ain't in the game.
Oh man, ain't got Bill Russell in there?
Yeah, Blake is gone. Iguodala is gone. John Wall. John Wall is sort of in the game, but he's not.
He wasn't going to be one of my picks anyway.
That's his career.
No Reggie Miller. Yeah, a lot of these dudes ain't even going to be mentioned, no way. Yeah, a lot of them. So yeah, we just got to pick who we pick, and then whatever works.
Okay, so if we all will we do 8 or 12? Do a draft.
We might have to have another person put in there.
We could do that. I know. I'm pretty sure RJ would love to do it. Matter of fact, yeah, we'll do it. So what we gotta get to 32?
So we do 16 with 4.
So 4 players each.
Well, that would be the easiest way of doing it because we wouldn't have to sort of pick all over the place.
Man, I can't break mine down to 4 players, man. I need 8, bro.
You need 8 players?
I need 8.
Well, we'll have to do a 32 or around to 64.
We can do 32. If we all pick 8, that's 32.
Okay, so then I have to be around the 32.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick Steph before RJ can. He ain't gonna want to play no more.
Yeah, like Looney out there.
Every one of his players is gonna be from Golden State.
Well, you know what? That's I got a guy and a counter for everybody's guy. So I'm gonna put me a hot board together for that draft day. And
it's all time too, man. So
all right.
Yeah, we going all time, man. Oscar Robertson and everybody.
He was at simulation in the first time. He is.
Yeah, that boy was out there beasting.
Boys, man.
So we'll we got to put that thing together. That's gonna be fun right there. For real. Put us a little. Rank them 1 to 8, man. Put them in there accordingly, and let them do what they do.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. All right, man. We can end it there. We'll go ahead and get in here and pregame, and on the next episode, we'll talk about what free agency brings over these next couple of days. Because you know what? It's Monday and Tuesday, right? Like those are the heated days.
Oh, the free start then?
Yeah, it starts the 30th. And
okay.
Yeah, they said it's like the first 2 days is where you gonna know what it is over those first 2 days. They can't officially sign it to the 6th.
Okay.
But we'll know everything about it pretty much the end of Tuesday.
All right.
So we'll jump back on here. We'll do that and we'll pick our one-on-one. And in the game. For real. And anything else that happens to pop up, we'll get on that too.
For sure.
All right, then, man. We'll sign off for the day.
All right.
All right,
y'all. Love y'all. You know
it. Good job. Yep. Love y'all. Love you. Love yous.
All right, now. Peace.
All right. Y'all take care.
Like a cannonball. Franchise player, I'm standing tall. If I want it, I can have it all. Somebody tell my haters I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And tell they baby mamas relax, relax. 'Cause every time they see cheek, they get wet, they get wet. Somebody tell my haters I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And tell they baby mamas relax, relax. 'Cause every time they see cheek, they get wet, they get wet. Somebody tell my haters I'm back. Yeah, I see you frowning, you acting how a clown acts. Who trying to look down at? Homie, I ain't down there. Tell my haters I'm back. It's popping where I'm at. Shorty's open for whatever, busting like a climax. You know how I do. I do it how a G do. You know how I move. I'm moving how a G move. I don't respect your hustle, cause your hustle see through. Excuses don't excuse you. No, we don't believe you. Come against the king and you'll get broke. Don't gas yourself up to think you want this smoke. This smoke, no.